Exciting game on Wednesday night in Lynchburg. Virginia Wesleyan brought their number 3 ranking into town to face the Hornets in Turner Gym. Lynchburg did a great job early on, surviving every punch. Andrew Simmons hits a half-court shot, apparently at the buzzer, but Lynchburg had wisely called the timeout that they needed to call in the backcourt. Just Murphy's Law that Simmons' shot did go in. After the game, I talked to Dave Macedo, the head coach of Virginia Wesleyan, to get his thoughts on the affair. Virginia Wesleyan finished it up the season this weekend as they look to secure a number 1 seed in the ODAC tournament. Talk about what went right tonight. Were there any souls saved at halftime? Was there a big come-to-Jesus meeting in the locker room?
Well, what there was just kind of laying it out on the table and told them that I thought Lynchburg was playing better than us and being the more physical team, and pretty much just getting after us in every aspect of the game, and that we had our backs against the wall and we had to come out swinging.
What worried you coming in about them?
Oh, I just think they're a good team. They're well coached. They're big, I just think anytime you go on the road in ODAC, you got to be ready to play. And I knew we were going to see some zone, and we were tentative. I thought we didn't go into attack mode until the very end, until in overtime.
Do you think your team really learned anything tonight? Because I looked at, when I saw you guys play at Randolph, you all got on that big run and then kind of put the game away. But it seemed like tonight until overtime, they took a lot of punches you had and came back.
Yeah, we thought we were jabbing all night. We really didn't deliver any knockout blows. We didn't go on sustain any runs, and we didn't put any stops in a row together. So I hope we did. I think this time of year you need to keep making progress and keep elevating your team and playing better and not staying stagnant, because I know other teams are doing that. So I hope we can go back, watch the film, make some adjustments. But I thought overall, just the physicality, the toughness, wasn't there tonight.
2 guys that really stood out to me, especially towards the beginning, Trey Ford and then Art Crew in overtime. Talk about what you feel those 2 did.
I think Trey won us the game with his play, all-around play. He was aggressive all night, and he was, our floor leader. And then Art really stepped up and asserted himself in overtime, especially with DJ out there being hurt and not able to really contribute. I thought those 2 guys carried us.
Just seeing the way you guys play, I didn't know how much success a guy like Chilemi would have against you, but I thought he battled and played hard all night.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big matchup problem for a lot of teams. He's 6'7", he's big, he can go both ways. I think if he gets low, he's going to score it on you, and I didn't think we defended him quite well. And then I thought Chris Astorga kept him from getting the ball probably the last 4 minutes of the game.
Best of luck the rest of the way, Coach.
Thanks, Bob.
The Marlins always have a tough complement of players. If you want to stop DJ Woodmore, then Chris Astorga is going to get his. If you want to stop Chris Astorga, then who's got Donald Vaughn? On Wednesday, it was a pair of players making their presence felt for the Marlins. Trey Ford really got off to a good start for the Marlins, and Art Crew scored the first 5 points in overtime. After the game, I had a chance to catch up with Trey Ford to get his thoughts on the game. Coach in the postgame said he thought you won him the game tonight with your play. Talk about what you felt you had going right.
Well, first I felt off when I hit my first 2 threes. I felt it was going to be a good night in general. And then at halftime, Coach was letting me know that when our wings aren't stepping up and playing well, that I need to pick up the slack. And tonight I feel like I picked that up well.
It seems like with every night it can be a different guy with you. DJ can have his nights, Astorga, Donald Vaughn, so on and so forth. Talk about that mindset with the team of if one guy's not going, somebody else is going to get going.
Yes, we adjust to that every single game. One night it may be DJ, one night maybe Chris, maybe Donald. When one guy's hot, we give him the ball, and we keep feeding him on and on. If he's not hot, we have confidence in every player on our team.
What do you feel like you guys didn't do as well tonight? Because I saw you guys play at Randolph, and you guys got on a run and put them away. But tonight you really couldn't get on that run until overtime.
I feel like we didn't adjust to the scouting report that we had before the game, and I feel like they had some wide open looks that we should have been there on, and they hit some tough shots.
Everybody knows when Virginia Wesleyan comes to town, it's kind of like their Super Bowl of you guys are a team to beat. How do you have the mentality, though, of you guys being the hunter when it gets to the ODAC tournament?
Well, since I've been a freshman, it's been like that. So now I think we pretty much all used to it. We adapted. We grew up from last year. We learned. And I feel like it's good, to be honest with you.
Trey, good luck the rest of the way, man.
Thank you.
Tough one for Hilliary Scott to swallow, but the head coach of the Hornets, always classy no matter win or lose. He talked with me after the game about what he felt went right for the Hornets. Can they take more good out of bad than this? Hornets still looking for a first-round bye in the ODAC tournament. Sure would make things easy if they can knock off the crosstown rival Randolph Wildcats. That game is Saturday at 3 at Turner Gym. Here is Hilliary Scott with his thoughts.
Let's talk about, I see a lot of good tonight. I know it's tough looking at a loss, but what did you see good out of this?
Well, our guys competed. They competed. And, obviously we had a chance to win the game down the stretch. We've really struggled, against the likes of Macon and Sydney this year, and even Wesleyan the first time we played them. So for us to have a chance with the ball, down the stretch in regulation, that's what we played for. I thought the guys, executed the game plan like we needed to, and we had a chance to win. That's all we can ask.
I thought some guys in the backcourt really stepped up after what happened with, Xavier Manny gets some foul trouble early, but I saw some guys stepping up.
Yeah, we had to have, everybody. This is one of these games where someone's got to step up and make some plays. It's got to be multiple guys, and I felt like for the most part we did that. Harry had to play some minutes, and Drew came off the bench and played some minutes. We had to play some guys in different positions, and I thought they did a good job of really competing. That's what we wanted to do this game, and be different than all the other ones we played.
I've seen them a handful of times to where, they might fight with somebody for a while, but then they deliver a knockout punch. I didn't see a knockout punch until overtime. What did y'all do so well that they couldn't get that big knockout?
Well, I think it helps them not making shots. That helps. When they're making shots, they're really, really good. And I felt like I don't know the stat on this, but I felt like we did a decent job of keeping them keeping their transition baskets down. That's where they really hurt teams. And they're the kind of team that can go on 8-10 point spurts right away. We called a bunch of timeouts today to try to stop some of those runs, and I think the tempo was where we wanted it today. And obviously it helps when they don't make shots like they normally do.
I thought Austin had a warrior performance because just looking, it doesn't look like he might be able to match up as well with these guys, but I thought he held it on and then some.
I feel, and maybe I'm just biased, I think he's one of the best post players in the league. I really do. And when we got a chance to give him the ball in the post, we feel pretty comfortable with him getting something out of it, either scoring or making free throws. But I think the other thing that Austin does a really good job of is he erases a lot of mistakes on the defensive end. He blocks shots, gets a lot of deflections, steals. I think he does a great job on both ends, and we're lucky to have him.
You got one left before the tourney with Randolph on Saturday. Going into that game, do you think your guys see it as a glass half full right now, or because of this a glass half empty? How do you see it too?
Well, we got to move forward. We got hopefully a lot more basketball to play. This is a big game on Saturday. We're playing for seeds, crosstown rivals, senior day. Got a lot to play for. And, obviously we want to try to get ready and play well leading into the tournament next week. So it's going to hurt today. I hope it does for them. It hurts for me. But come tomorrow, like we've done, every day after a game, is we got to move forward, win or lose. So, hopefully by tomorrow we'll be ready to go and focus on Randolph.
Lynchburg College will finish with Randolph on Saturday at Turner Gym. Virginia Wesleyan will have to go back-to-back when they play Emory and Henry Saturday, Washington and Lee on Sunday. Both games are at home. ODAC tournament starts Tuesday for round one. Hopefully the Hornets and the Marlins, at least they're hoping, will have byes until Friday. For the Sports Buffet podcast, this has been Bob Alvis.